We're here at John O'Quinn Field. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Houston Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Houston's head coach told me right before the game, he told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Leaves it with the back. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Houston wants to play fast.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get there.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket. He comes away with a sack.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Wigman. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Houston will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Bearcats offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Here are the guys we expect to be impact players in this one. Takes a handoff. It's Perry. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out wide right, it's Henry. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Left side is Henry. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
With the catch, it's Grover. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's French. Look out! Right side, it's Grover. Able to haul it in, And right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Burrowing for yardage. Breaks into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. After run, now throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Young. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Follows his blocks. It's Hughes. There he goes. Ran right through. Just keeps moving. Running inside the 20. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20. All the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the red area, it's Hughes. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Tells to run, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Payne. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to throw, it's French. In traffic, it's Perry. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Trying to run, it's Perry. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is...
Touchdown, Bearcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point was good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Moving the pocket, it's Wigman. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time on a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
One of the things I like about this tight end is he's a target vertically down the field. That was a post route that time, and if you want to try to cover him with a linebacker, probably not going to be fast enough. You want to cover him with a safety, probably not going to be big enough. That's the matchup nightmare this guy can be, and his quarterback well aware of it on that throw.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to throw, it's Beckman. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Catch in the middle, it's Perry.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He wants to go deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's French. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The Bearcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So
looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone first, and it'll be a touchback. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Makes the quick grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense set on first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quick completion to the right. Runs through the tackle. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Houston going up tempo. Drops back. It's Wigman. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Rush is on. He's on the move. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Snags it, and he's open. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Finds a crease, it's Perry. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the #1 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note.
Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Hey guys, the Cincinnati head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no huddle seems to be working because they have got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. With the draw, it's Perry. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Well, they break off a huge run on the draw play, and a nice job by the QB. He sells it as if it's pass, so all those linebackers back away, and at the last moment gives it to his running back, and he's able to do the rest.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to Johnson. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's French. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Looking down the middle. Out wide left, it's Young. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Keeps it moving. It's Hughes. Oh, what a move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Just feeds the running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Left side, it's Thomas. Fights off a defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like...
Touchdown, Cougars! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point gets him a little closer at 31-10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. This field position is quite advantageous. 1st and goal from the 4. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've you've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Might as well run him again. Brought down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Back to throw, it's Wigman. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it on the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Houston! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house him. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's French. Right side, it's Grover. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
3rd and 6 yards to go. On the move. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Third and long coming up. Looking to throw. Release to the back. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Hughes. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Give to the running back. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Nice move there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking to pass, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Walker. Breaks free, and he might be gone. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Walker. Breaks the tackle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Cougars! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Hey, man, I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Takes a hit as he fires, and he gets it away.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. Sets his feet. It's French. Gonna take a shot. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? Running inside, it's Hughes. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Offense gets set for second down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Caught over the middle, it's Young. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Sells to run, looking to pass. The short hands, it's Young. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down, 10 yards to go. Takes the handoff, it's Hughes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Back's got it on the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Houston wants to play fast.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the...
Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll run it to keep it, and he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And I tell you what, man, the defense really needed a play. They had...
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll need a bunch on second down. Handoff to the single running back. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Inside the 35. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive.